into our Sheroes program, where we celebrate unsung female heroes who are doing the most to impact various communities. So today we have Nyasha Grace Manzou, who is a trailblazing robotics whiz, award-winning writer, and passionate girls empowerment advocate. With a deep love for science and innovation, she's represented her high school in multiple STEM competitions, earning numerous accolades, most notably winning the Africa Science Basking Competition and a Samsung Galaxy Tab A10. Wow. So yes, academically decorated with 9 awards and a certificate in electronics from the prestigious Star Girls Africa program in Egypt. Nyasha is also a published writer whose work on feminism, personal growth, and social issues has appeared in platforms like Slim Entertainment Magazine, Nigel Powell's Indo.Y magazine. She's the founder of Bright Girls Movement and the host of My Period talk show, which has reached over 500 participants across countries. Her movement, Pad Hub in Mbare, currently supports 85 girls with menstrual products, helping them fight period poverty. Nyasha has volunteered with organizations like Wildlife Organization Action, Women in Africa Zimbabwe, and currently serves as project manager at Daisy's Foundation. Wow, all this under 21.
Yeah. You know, have you ever had that moment where you be like, zan, 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 zan.
You know what I'm saying?
And then you start asking yourself,
What am I doing in life?
What am I doing with my life?
What am I doing with my life? What am I doing?
What exactly am I doing with my... Because, wow. No,
Nyasha,
for real, I wish you could play that thing for clapping hands.
I have to because
wow.
You're actually one of our youngest heroes. Yes.
Yeah, yes.
Thank you so much.
With 9 awards under her belt, Zwana. This is really impressive. Hey,
thank you.
This is very, very impressive. Welcome to the Home of Stars. Well, you're a star already, so need not, put that light on you.
Yes.
Please do tell us more about yourself. Besides what we already know, please tell us about your upbringing, where you grew up, where you went to school. Yep. You don't need to tell us about high school because you were the top achiever.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for having me here. I feel
pleasure.
honored to be here. So, Nyasha Manzou is a 20-year-old lady from Mbare, the ghetto of Mbare. Yeah, and I'm the last born in a family of 3, 2 sisters and only 1 brother. So I'm the youngest, meaning that yes. So my family is not that public family. Yeah, we're just living a cool life, low key. And I did my primary school at Shingirai here in Bari, and also Zimri Park before I transferred to Shingirai. And I did my high school at Harare High, from Form 1 to Form 6 at Harare High. I did commercial subjects, and later on I realized that wasn't meant for me. I have a passion for girls, so I ended up changing careers.
Yeah.
So I'm now studying something different from what I did in high school. Yeah. And I did a lot of programs because I was taking a gap year. I did a lot of leadership courses, and also some courses that can make me marketable in the marketplace, the job place. So yeah, that is all about me. So also I volunteer in different organizations like As I Am by Tinebimbo Matamba Nadzo. Also a project manager at Daisy's Foundation by Takuchi Tima. I'm also a Christian. Yeah, I'm a Christian, and there's a lot.
There is.
And also maybe I can say I'm vibrant. Yeah, I am vibrant, and I bring light in a room, of course. Yeah.
I definitely agree with that one.
Yeah. So, yeah.
So what sparked your passion for science and robotics as at such a young age?
Robotics, I did them when I was in Form 2. Yeah. I just saw these guys who were coding, and I was like, you guys, what are you doing? And then they said we're coding and we're supposed to attend a competition, and there's no lady who's representing the school. And I was like, okay, maybe I can try. So I would stay after school. I would stay with them in the library and learn more. So that is when I got to learn more about robotics, coding, electronics and stuff. And then we went to the competitions, and I took the first position.
Imagine.
From someone who did not even know what they are doing.
I was still an amateur. So, of course, I actually won some money. Yeah, went to the district and provincial competitions, and I won as well. And at home, I started learning, YouTube. You can learn a lot from there. So I realized that there was a competition outside Zimbabwe, African Science Basking, and I tried to get my school to register me, but government schools only focus on education. That's not throwing shade, but mainly it's all about education, getting high grades, not this co-curricular activities. So I started applying for this competition, and it was during the COVID era. So I didn't go, but I managed to present my project through social media. And I actually won. So I won the Samsung Galaxy Tab, and then the passion grew in me, and I was like, maybe I should learn more. So I signed up for the Star Girls Africa program in Egypt, and I did my course on electronics. And also last year I was part of the program, but mainly I was volunteering, teaching other ladies, because it's mainly a male dominated field.
Exactly.
So we need more girls to be in there, because I believe that if he can do it, she can do it as well.
I'm so inspired to try things that I have not done yet, but have been wanting to do. Just after you said, Kuti, you just had that inkling, that feeling, Kuti, let me just try this. And then you got first prize, and then you applied again, even though the odds were against you, and then you won. So I'm feeling so inspired to try things that
Karate.
do you think it's safe? I'm ready.
Imagine Zanani doing a flying kick.
Yeah, you wouldn't want that. So yeah, as a young woman in tech, right, you did mention which is a very male-dominated industry, right? So how have you overcome some of the stereotypes and barriers that you faced, while dealing, in that robotics industry, in that, tech field?
Okay, so yes, it's a male-dominated field, and a lot of people were like, maybe she's staying with these boys just to lure them, just to make love to them. But I was like, no, I want to learn. And there are a lot of challenges, even at the competitions. Like a judge would just come and say, what can a girl do? And then you're like, but I'm doing something. So sometimes if you have the zeal in you, I know that you never fail. You keep on going no matter what people are saying. Sometimes like you're not listening. There's what is needed in this life. Full of negative people, people with negativity because of the hardships, but just have to keep on going. Don't have to stop.
So what do you think is the important why do you think it's important for more girls to get involved in STEM, right? And then for those that don't know what STEM is, can you break it down to them?
All right. So I would say that we need a lot of girls to get into that, because there are a lot of opportunities. And mainly if you're a girl in STEM, you get a job. Is it?
Oh. Are you saying it's financial freedom?
No, I'm not saying that.
Are you?
Because you're about to have it.
If you're saying that, I'm going to say open a school. I'm coming, my sister.
I was about to
right
say
now.
She must prepare for traffic. Like a long queue of them. You said I'll get a job.
Okay, so I would say that STEM is, let's just say, it's science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And then now we have STEAM, which includes arts. So you have to be in those fields with maybe maths, science, engineering, so that we need a lot of girls to be innovators. We need them to create solutions. And now we're going into the digital world where we would need digital solutions as well. So to be in that field, you could just be celebrated for creating a new thing, by being innovative, by being in the digital space as well. Yeah.
Lovely. You said panestimka, which
Yes.
includes arts,
Yes.
right? Which includes my industry. So you and I can create a robot that can
Yes.
read adverts for me.
Yes.
Hey,
We can do that.
I thought you were gonna say you're gonna create a robot that's gonna spy on men.
Oh,
I'm not that male-centered. I know. Shin, why are you misdiagnosing my character? In front of a shiro.
Oh, so you are behaving
It's
today.
about ladies, but behaving today.
Okay.
So what advice would you give a girl child listening right now who wants to get into science but maybe thinks it's not for me because it's more of a male kind of thing. What would you tell her to say? You know what? Try it.
well, I would say the sky is not the limit.
Danko.
And you can ask me why.
Danko.
Please tell us
Danko.
why.
Because there's a galaxy.
Because there is a
You
moon.
and there are other planets.
There's a moon and other planets. So the
Yeah.
sky is not the limit. Keep on going. Don't worry about the obstacles. Do not worry about the challenges. Just keep on going. You'll reach there. Yeah.
Lovely. So what's been your proudest project thus far? Because as we go down the list of things that you do, one, she's a founder of Bright Girls Movement and the host of My Period Talk. She also has written and published works that have been published on platforms like Slim Entertainment Magazine, Niger Pals. She's also the project manager at Daisy's Foundation. Not to mention Uguti, she volunteers at Wildlife Conversations Actions as well as Women of Africa Zimbabwe. So what's been your proudest project amongst all of these?
Okay. I would say Bright Girls Movement.
And
I
why?
wouldn't say pick something in tech. Bright Girls Movement, because that is my baby that I started when I was 15. So a lot of people will be like, 15?
Wow.
Why funga say?
Hey.
Because some of the people or the peers of mine were still playing Nodo or Roma Flowers.
That is a math game.
The reason why I started Bright Girls Movement is because I saw that there was a gap and I needed to fill that gap.
Yeah.
So it is my proudest project because I'm still doing it and I'm still filling in the gap that couldn't be filled by someone else. Yeah.
You're likely to become a millionaire before 30. I hope you
I
know
was
that,
about to
right?
say, yeah,
because if
with the way she's moving.
yeah, with the way you're moving right now, you're likely to achieve your dreams sooner than you think. If at the age of
I
15, I receive my sister.
receive.
If at 15, when I was still trying to, find the right lip gloss, you were actually out here building a whole NGO. That's really impressive, hey?
Me, I was still
So-
playing Chikweshe in the streets.
You're also a published writer. What topics do you feel most passionate about writing?
Okay, feminism stories, feminism issues, like ending period poverty. I write what it is about, and then I suggest some solutions. I also talk about gender-based violence in homes and how we can help to to remove the criticism whereby we have a divorced family and all that stuff concerning the period poverty, child abuse, living with disabilities. I also talk about that.
So which article or piece has been the biggest or has had the biggest impact on your readers?
Okay, the last one, which was on I've forgotten the title, but it was on how the COVID-19 was affecting the girl child. You know, you are locked indoors and maybe you're being abused. The parents are not going at work. They can't bring in anything on the table. You can't have sanitary wear. So I was talking about that in that
Lovely.
article.
So there's actually a question here.
No, that's a wet blanket question. Dare you
'cause-
read it?
No,
Dare you read
no,
it?
I wanted actually to phrase it in a way. I actually wanted to tell the person that, look, she's only 21.
Exactly. You are
She-
literally being a stick in the mud. Wena. You are
Exactly.
being a
She's
stick
only
in the mud.
21 and she doesn't have. Are you married? No, obviously. Exactly. That's
Johnny,
my point.
Who is behind all this success? Behind every successful woman?
There's a man.
Yes.
And I'm just like,
Yes.
my
There is
God.
my dad and my brother.
Amen.
Yes, of course.
So it's her man in her life, not her man.
Exactly. Msusiqala kakubi wena.
Hush, 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 hush.
We're currently live on Facebook. Please do tune in 0772162651. I mean, unenge uchitengere data. What else do you buy data for if not to tune into Star FM's live?
Yeah,
So
but
yes,
she's
Nyasha
she's very inspirational.
is her own trailblazer, Zwana. There's only her father and her brothers to thank here. So if you don't know who she is, let me just give you the 411 one more time, because for a man to say behind all the success, we must actually go back to the amount of success we're talking about. Trailblazing in robotics and award-winning writer, passionate about girls' improvement and empowerment, advocate, as well as with a deep love for science and innovation. She represented her high school in multiple STEM competitions, earning numerous accolades. She's also notably winning the Africa Science basking competition and a Samsung Galaxy Tab A10, academically decorated with 9 awards and a certificate in electronics from the prestigious Girls Africa program in Egypt. Nyasha is also a published writer whose work on feminism, personal growth, and social issues has appeared on platforms like a Slim Entertainment magazine, Niger Pals. She's the founder of Bright Girls Movement and the host of My Period talk show. Zwana, which has reached over 500 participants. Her movement, Pad Hub in Barry, currently supports 85 girls with menstrual products, helping them fight period poverty. She has volunteered with organizations like Wildlife Conversations Action and Women of Africa Zimbabwe, and she's currently serves as the project manager at Daisy's Foundations. And she did all that. One man from 15. Come on now. Come on. I'm just going to clap one more time.
Yeah, she deserves that.
Just have to clap one more time.
She deserves
Okay,
that.
you deserve it, Shem. Honestly speaking, at 20, when is your 21st birthday?
Next year.
Next year.
So she's 20.
She's 20 on the dot.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Chalk
So,
slime.
can you please tell us more about, Period Talk, the talk show? Besides it just being about period, can you enlighten us, more about what it speaks on?
All right. So the period talk show was started in 2023, and the reason is because I was stigmatized. I was bullied for having menstrual disorders in high school by high school staff. So I realized
Not even the high school kids.
No.
You're saying with my teachers.
yes,
Yeah.
from the headmistress instead, by saying pa assembly point wabvunza uyu anorwara nejeko uyu amenotacha zvarasei
Yee.
ngabva atosiya blazer reuprefect apa. It hurts, and
Hey.
it made me feel like I wasn't a human being. It made me feel less. So I say to myself, maybe I should just drop out of school or maybe transfer. And I was telling my mom, because everyone now knows Nyasha, if she doesn't come to school, it's
She has a
because she's
problem.
sick. Or maybe if Nyasha, her mom comes and pick her up, it means she is sick. So I started this talk show just to debunk the myths around menstruation. So I say to myself, okay, maybe this is an opportunity to educate everyone on what menstruation is. Of course, I can't reach everyone, but those
The few that you can
Yeah.
those
reach,
ladies are benefiting because it's an online talk show. It's on WhatsApp,
Yeah.
so we mainly bring in different guests, different experts, or even someone who just want to share their menstrual experiences. Like
Yeah.
the first day, you're not expecting it, and then it just happens. So we bring in different guests on Saturday at 7 p.m. every Saturday. So the talk show, we talk about menstrual health, menstrual hygiene, the type of pads that we use, and we also open the group for questions whereby people just want to ask questions and get more enlightenment. And we have the males as well in the group, and they also participate.
You know, I was just about to go there. You know, ukuthi kwana kwana. I want to ask you a question, but in general, just talking about menstruation, it's not really common, especially kuma males, right? And yet we've got single fathers out there who need to prep for their daughters. You know, we've got brothers out there. You know, we need the conversations. As a man, as my father, I can call you and be like, Daddy, I need some pads. Can you please get me some pads or this and this? You know, some females shy away from doing that, and some females don't even speak at all. Kanavaita period for the first time. I'm going to that tissue over and over again. Why do you think that, you know, it's so difficult for people to have conversations around pads and menstruation? Why do you think it's considered taboo in, you know, communities, just for us to have an open conversation about something that is natural to the girl child?
Okay, it's because we have been told, Kuti, it's a dirty process, and you can't tell someone kana chiti ichina. So for now, we are trying to involve the males, Kuti, understand, Kuti, no, it's not a taboo. It's actually a natural process that we should all embrace. It brings life. So we want males to know more about menstruation, because one day your child is going to say, Daddy, I need pads. Or mumwe akatombotaura in the group and saying kuti inini pandakaenda ku period vanhu vakatozozviziya years later kuti this lady akutoenda ku period vatomubvunza kuti are you normal, you know? So I think takagara taudzwa kunzi no, hazvifanira kutaurwa because zvinhu zvakaipa, zvinhu zvakasviba, you know. Even kuma churches we're told kunzi kana uri kumwedzi you can't stand in front of people, you can't say anything. And also kune vamwe vanhu unotonzi ukada kudedzera kuti ndikuda mapedzi zvinonzi wakutaura zvinhu zvinonyadzisira, but it's not something to be ashamed of.
It's not.
Yeah, we should all embrace.
Let me just say something real quick. Sorry to interrupt, right? As you know, Zanani, that I'm a professional nurse.
Yeah.
Right? Before radio. These things, most men find it embarrassing, but they happen. Imagine your child as a daughter getting help from a stranger when the father is there.
Yeah.
It is so sad that when a child gets asked at school, but that's the father.
Exactly.
You understand? There is no mother. At the present time, you are the mother. You are the father. So you shouldn't be embarrassed if, like, your child goes like, you know, I was watching this other video on, I forgot it was which social media platform, of a dad. It was like a short movie of a single dad who's got a child who was just going into teen phase and she's starting to menstruate, right? The father boldly he first went to ask his friends. The friends laughed at him. He boldly went to the shops and he stood there in the aisle. He doesn't know which one to buy.
Yeah.
So he was just touching all of them. And then this other lady could see that he's struggling. And then he asked, how old is she? And then he's like, oh, she's 14. And then it's like, okay, then you should buy this. Where's the mom? It's like, the mom is not present. And then she literally saluted him for doing that.
Yeah.
You know, because it takes guts for you to be like, okay, I'm doing this for my daughter.
Yeah.
You know, most men are shy to do that. You're not supposed to be shy because you're actually taking care of your daughter's future.
Yeah.
Because if you don't do that for her, who's going to do it for her?
True.
With the person who's going to come in her life acting like the father, who knows what we would do to her.
Yeah.
So you better be the foundation for that child at a young age so that she can be like, my father is not ashamed of me. You understand?
Yeah.
So men up.
Yes.
You're such a sweetheart sometimes, Joe.
I know, sweetheart.
Sometimes. We're running out of time, but please tell us more about the Pet Hub in Bari, how it works, and what impact it's making, and whoever wants to get involved, how can they get involved? Because we're slowly but surely running out of time.
Yeah, we are,
Oh,
like,
okay.
literally.
So the Pet Hub is located in Bari, 109 Shangandevu, and so far we have 85 ladies who are benefiting from the Pet Hub. They come in each and every month and collect free sanitary wear. So the sanitary wear, we get it from well wishers. We do not have donors or sponsors at this time. So the pads, we just make sure that your name is in the database, and then you just sign afterwards. And some of the pads, we actually train the ladies to make reusable pads. Yeah, because that is sustainable. And sometimes we donate menstrual cups if we know that our funding is not going to be okay in the next month. And also we teach on how to make sure that they clean the reusable pads in a way that it doesn't fade, it doesn't turn, it doesn't turn out, and also how to dispose the disposable pads as well. And some of the pads we just buy them from our money, from the pocket.
Lovely, that's so beautiful. Okay, being that we're running out of time, where can people find you, your social media handles, your social media platforms? Because that's what they've all been asking for. Could see, where can we find her? How can we get in contact with her?
All right. On Instagram and Facebook, as well as on LinkedIn, it's Nyasha Manzou. Manzou with an U.
Okay.
Yeah. Manzou, yeah.
And your phone number?
Okay, not for the
No, not
No,
that one.
you can
Not
actually
that
put
one.
like your other, if someone else's phone number that you trust, maybe your the manager or somebody. If you don't want to do that, it's fine.
Okay, I'll give you this one: 0779 080 698.
One more time, please.
0779 080 698.
So in the last 30 seconds left, what's next for Nyasha? Any new project or dreams that you would like to, soft launch for us?
What people don't know, they can't ruin.
Oh, nice. That's a
one.
good
You
one.
smart. You
Very
smart.
smart female there.
I feel like DJ Khaled, you smart. You loyal. No, number, don't worry. No, I can't do it on air. Look, they're live. The next thing people will come for me. Share with me too. Me too. Huh?
He was taking out hundreds as you were saying.
Yeah,
right?
that's DJ Khaled. He's got a private
Oh.
jet and a yacht. I don't have a yacht yet.
Thank you so much, Nyasha, for tuning in. If you're just listening and just turning on your radio right now, you missed out on quite a lot. We had a very amazing Shiro in studio, but fear not, we've got you covered on our Star FM Facebook page. We were live, so go ahead and check out what you missed out. But Owakati, we're slowly but surely heading towards the news. But remember, the fun doesn't stop at Facebook. We're also available on Instagram, Lase, YouTube sikhona, la ku TikTok sikhona yonke indawo via our website as well, which is www.starfm.co.zw. Owakatesi, it's time for us to head straight to the news. Star FM is sounding good all the time. It's 11 o'clock and it's time for the news.